I didn't get the part. Shit.
Lucas. Hey, it's Lucas.
For some reason, this room smells like a cheap hotel, and I don't know why. It smells like one of those hotel rooms that you go into, and you just know it hasn't been washed, and like people have in there. It's always good when your house smells like that. So if you don't know me, hi, I'm Lucas. I'm an actor, I guess you could say. I haven't acted in anything in a while. Kind of taken a break. Not by choice. But I did YouTube, which led me to do acting. I do comedy. That's me. I also know how to exotic dance. Hire me for your birthday parties. I will exotic dance for you and all of your friends for very little money. So I thought I would do a video about all of the things that I auditioned for that I didn't get. There's a lot of them. Fun fact, I've actually never booked anything off of audition, which means I'm a good actor. In my mind, I rationalize it because I'm like, they don't really make parts for me. Like, I have to write stuff for myself. It's just what I tell myself to make myself feel better. My therapist recommended it. So yeah, I've auditioned for a shit ton of movies, TV shows that I didn't get the part because I've never booked anything from an audition. It sounds so pathetic, but it's true. This is my life. So let's go through the list, shall we? I'm just gonna tell you the highlights. I actually was trying to like remember like what are some cool movies that like were big that I auditioned for, and I couldn't remember. Like, I feel like I have really bad memory and I don't know why. It might be from doing meth, like we don't know. I never did meth, I'm totally kidding. So when I was 14, I did YouTube videos like this.
Sometimes I'm in a jam, I've gotta make a plan. It might be crazy, I do it anyway.
And for some unknown reason, those videos made someone want me to audition for a movie. I don't know how you click on this and be like, that guy should be in a movie, let's send him an audition, but it happened, I'm thankful. And I had no idea how movie auditions worked, so in my mind, I saw the email that said, we would like you to audition for this movie, and automatically I was like, oh my gosh, they're offering me the role! My big break! Wait, am I gonna be able to drop out of middle school? Like, I was pumped. I was so ready to leave all of my bitchy classmates behind and become Jennifer Lawrence. That didn't happen. So the movie was originally called Will, which I think is like a cool like indie title. For some reason, they renamed it Rock On. It had that girl from Ally and AJ in it, but the movie actually didn't end up doing that well. I'm not sure why. I really liked the script. So anyway, I auditioned for the lead guy. The only acting prior to this audition was being a tree in a school play. I thought I killed it. Like, I wish I had the footage so I could see if I killed it, but in my mind, I was like, oh my gosh, I did so good. There was a crying scene in the audition, and me and my mom helped me film the audition. We got an onion and made this bitch cry because this bitch couldn't do it on command. My mom was literally holding an onion off camera, and I was crying, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, do I get the Oscar now or later? But for whatever reason, the casting people never responded to the audition. My 12-year-old self was crushed. I thought it was a done deal. I was like, oh my gosh, like, they saw my Nobody's Perfect video. Now I'm a movie star, but I remember I was like crying in the parking lot of a gas station with my mom when like they hadn't responded for 2 weeks. And she was like, Lucas, you might not have gotten this one, but you'll get something else. And I was like, aw, you're right, Mom, but it's been 10 years and I still haven't gotten anything else. It's okay, like, it's fine. I'm not mad. Are you mad? Let's move on. The next memorable audition I had was for High School Musical 3. I know, I was so pumped. I was obsessed with everything High School Musical like everybody else on the planet, and I just really wanted the part, not only for fame, but because I wanted to see Zac Efron in the flesh, and possibly convert him to homosexuality. I feel like I could have done it. So I don't know if you remember in High School Musical 3, but they introduced like this new, younger kid.
Is that your cologne or a toxic spill?
Oh yeah, it's called Babe Magnet.
That's the part I auditioned for, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's supposed to be like goofy, funny. This is so me, like, do I already have the part? So I sent in an audition tape, nothing. And I was like, okay, you know what? Like, I have to just keep trying. Fall down 3 times, get up 4, is what I thought. I'm not even kidding, I sent in like at least 10 audition tapes. It might have only been 4. But I went overboard for the sake of the exaggeration of this story time. And each one progressively got weirder because I wanted their attention. When you film an audition, you're supposed to just introduce yourself, say what role you're reading for, and do the script that they send you. But in my audition tapes, before I even started the acting, I just talked for 2 minutes and I was like, just so you guys know, like, I have a YouTube channel and Fred Figglehorn, it's me, like, give me the part. I'll tell everyone on my YouTube channel to watch the movie, and they're like, we don't need your promotion. We're High School Musical, bitch. I'm pretty sure I sent an audition tape where I did the scenes that they assigned, but for some reason I was holding my cat. There was no reason. The scenes were at a high school, like, they didn't involve an animal, but I involved my cat because I thought it would make me stand out from the pile. I still didn't get the part, it's fine. I had fun doing the audition tapes. F off High School Musical 3. I remember I saw that movie with all of my friends when it came out, and every time that guy came on the screen,
Dion, Troy Bolton just sent me a text. Probably just checking in.
I'd be like, guys, I auditioned for that part. I almost got it. I was like the second choice. It was between me and him, when in reality, they had like just never emailed me back. So by this point, I had an agency and I hadn't departed from the glittery, shimmery closet that I was hiding in. So like my agents were like, okay, like he's straight, let's send him out for straight roles. Which kind of explains why I never booked anything. Maybe I could play a straight role, but like, is anyone gonna buy me as like trying to f a girl? All throughout my teen years, I feel like every single movie I got sent was like, nerdy guy and his other nerdy friends try to f a hot girl. I remember I would literally try to lower my voice for the auditions. Like I'd be like, hey Sam, what's up? Ben's here, let's get some pussy. I really wish I still had these audition tapes because they were ridiculous. I auditioned for Project X, which was a movie about nerdy guys throwing a party and trying to f girls. Didn't get that one. I auditioned for that mental hospital movie that Emma Roberts was in. I auditioned for the main role, who was a guy who was suicidal and trying to f Emma Roberts. Didn't get that one either. I'm not sure what role it was for, but I auditioned for 21 Jump Street. I auditioned for this one in real life because I was in LA at the time. And honestly, I don't even remember the audition. All I remember is that Hilary Duff, Hilary mother effing Duff, Lizzie McGuire, she was in the waiting room. Like whenever I went to an audition in real life, they have a sign-in sheet and I would always scan that bitch, looking for anyone with any remarkable fame that I could stalk in the waiting room. And this time I saw Hilary Duff and I was like, oh my gosh, Hilary Duff was here today. Then I turned around and like, she was still there. She smiled at me, she had brown hair at the time. She went into the room, did her audition, I went in after her. And I remember when I was walking out of the audition, the casting person was on the phone and they were like, get Hilary's agents here. We want her to have the part or something like that. But she wasn't in the movie, so like, I don't know why that didn't work out, but I think she did good. She was at least like in the top 5 choices to be in the movie, but she wasn't in it. I don't know why. Maybe she said no, I don't know. So yeah, I met Hilary Duff. We didn't actually meet, but we did make eye contact and she did smile at me. Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure that was like the 1 month where having a feather in your hair was in. Do you remember that? Like back when Kesha first came out? Hilary Duff had a feather in her hair, if I remember correctly. I might have added that like in my memory, but I'm pretty sure she had a feather in her hair. That's probably why the casting people loved her so much. Like I should have worn a feather in my hair. Shit. Hard Times of RJ Berger. This was an MTV show about a nerdy guy trying to f girls. So my manager at the time sent me the audition for Hard Times of RJ Berger. And I remember I read it like in class at high school. And the premise for the show was like, nerdy guy becomes popular because everyone finds out he has a big dick. And I was like, that's me. Just kidding. But I remember I didn't audition for the show because one of the scenes involved a masturbation event. I would have had to masturbate in the not like actually masturbate, this isn't porn, but I was gonna have to pretend to. So I said no because I was like, I don't wanna go to hell. I actually said no because I was hoping to like get a Nickelodeon contract. I didn't wanna taint that with a masturbation scene. I should have done it. What was I thinking? I did actually audition for something where I had to fake masturbate. And I wasn't in LA at the time, so I couldn't do it in person. So I had to film the audition with my mom. It was so awkward. Imagine being 17 and having to masturbate in front of your mom. Not actually. I keep making this sound even grosser than it is, but it's pretty gross. I had to act. I don't know why I said no to RJ Berger, but yes to this other audition, I'm not sure. But all I remember is I made my mom turn around and I didn't commit to the scene at all. Like I didn't make any noises. There was no, It was just me like this. Like that was my pretend masturbating, which probably explains why I didn't get that part either. I auditioned for the old Diary of a Wimpy Kid and the new one that just came out. So when the very first Diary of a Wimpy Kid was auditioning, it was right when I first started doing Fred on YouTube. So it was the same sort of situation as the first audition where like, I guess someone at the casting office knew about Fred or whatever. I don't know how you see this.
Give me a bigger pool, you stupid floaty. Give me a bigger pool.
And they wanted me to come in and read for the role. And you guys, I'm not even kidding. I flew to LA, I I auditioned for Diary of a Wimpy Kid as the main little kid. And I'm not trying to brag, but I killed that audition. I was so good. And as I was walking out, the casting girl was like, listen, thank you for coming to LA. You did so good, but you're too old for the role. So if you don't hear anything, that's why. I was too old for the role. Like, the guy who ended up getting it was like 6 years younger than me. So fast forward like 10 years, I auditioned for the new one that just came out. I didn't see the movie or read the script, so I'm not really sure what the role is, but it was like a YouTube role. So I auditioned for it and I actually got a call back. It was one of like the 5 times in my life where I got a call back. I was so excited, but I still didn't get the part. I don't know who got it because I haven't seen the movie. I didn't get it. It's funny because whenever I'm not in LA, I usually would film auditions with my mom, but now I film auditions with Jacob. The other day I was auditioning for this movie and it had all of these cuss words. Like we had to say like, F you, kill yourself, bitch, like it was just a lot of cuss words and I filmed it with Jacob. And as I was watching it back, it just sounded so funny because I'm like, I'm picturing these casting people watching this tape and being like, why is he reading this role with like a young kid? Because my little brother Jacob's like 16. I don't know, we'll see if I get that part. So yeah, those are all the memorable things that I've auditioned for that I didn't get. So there's that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment below something else I should make a video about, something that you think would be interesting. I love hearing your guys' suggestions. Subscribe! Thumb it up! Thumb it up! Bye! Bye! Bye!